Let's bring in Market Gauge Chief Strategist Michelle Schneider. Michelle, great to see you. What are some of the names that could be catching your eye this week? Let's begin there.
Well, at this point, with the tremendous rally that we've had in growth and tech and in AI stocks, we have been taking profits along the way, looking for the next opportunity. And what's really happening right now is that we see a great opportunity not only in some basic materials, but certain commodities started to get very attractive again after a down move, vis-a-vis DBA, which is the ETF for agricultural and soft commodities, made new yearly highs. So we like things like Mosaic. It's a fertilizer. We've already invested in copper and steel through FCX and CLF, and some of the emerging markets that are commodity related like Argentina and Latin America. So that's kind of where we're looking at, is the basic materials, raw materials that people need to really sustain any type of optimism on growth.
Very good. I want to get to this one, this sector. Doctors and patients grappling with critical nationwide drug shortage, including, by the way, cancer drugs. You're watching the biotech sector. Any name there standing out for you?
Well, so it's a very divided sector, and what's so interesting is if you look at the medical devices, that's really outperformed the general space of biotech. If you look at the ETF, for example, IBB, which has been sort of not only stuck in a range, but also at this point underperforming, certainly underperforming the SPY and the NASDAQ. So we're looking at it as almost a basket. And in the basket, of course, you see a stock like Vertex doing great, but Biogen, which was doing great, came off. So I would look at IBB. And if IBB can get through this stagnation that it's had through a number I'll give you at 135, I think that would be very bullish not only for the ETF, but it would be probably a good opportunity to take a look at some of those stocks, and particularly stocks, like you say, Ashley, that are related to the shortages.
Very interesting. I want to get to this quickly. You've made note of the so-called economic modern family. I guess, can you explain what that is and how it helps you in your strategy?
Great question. Thank you. Well, it's sort of my moniker for creating characters, literally characters that I put images on that represent the most salient aspects of the U.S. economy. So, for example, I like my grandpa is the Russell 2000, the small caps. I like to say if I'm talking to somebody much younger, that's the guy who makes stuff in the USA, right? And then grandma would be his wife, retail, because that's the woman represented who buys stuff. And that's kind of how it all started, and then I created other characters after that. But it's been amazing because just this year, regional banks, right? Regional banks are in my family. Prodigal son, they led the market down. Semiconductors in my family, sister, led the market up. There you go.
Putting a face on it, literally. I love it, Michelle. We're out of time, but great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. All right, coming up.